Hello everyone, or should I say, hello Zoomers. Because of this unprecedented time, many of us in the education and academic community are reconfiguring traditional campus instructions to be remote or online versions, and therefore teach classes via Zoom. There are wonderful and very informative links on Zoom's main site on the mechanics of Zoom and how to best utilize it. This video, however, will be more about the do's and don'ts to keep in mind when doing Zoom, particularly when it comes to your environment, the sound, the lighting, appearance, and the camera angle and where to look. So let's get started. Number 1, environment. Okay, time for class. What's wrong? Don't you like my background? So let's begin with a don't when it comes to the background when doing Zoom. This right here is a perfect example of a don't. You do not want a messy background. Say no to messiness, clutter. We don't want to see your dirty laundry behind you. Or the fact that you have not cleaned your home, office, or studio in ages. You're doing a Zoom class, not an audition tape for hoarders. You want a clean, uncluttered, organized backdrop. Think of your Zoom session as a set, so make your set nice and professional. Like this. Now this is an example of a do. It's clean, less cluttered, more professional. Look, your set or background doesn't have to be clinical and stark. It can also be a bit stylish, especially if your class involves fashion. Now, if you don't want your students seeing your home, office, or studio, Zoom allows users to blur your backdrop or drop images. You can also opt for a green screen background, which a lot of Zoomers like. Once again, Zoom's site has info on how to do those. Hello, students. Can you hear me okay? Not so much, right? This is a perfect example of a Zoom sound don't. When shooting Zoom videos, be aware of your background noise or sounds. Try to have the least amount of background noise. Turn off the TV, put your phone on silent. Remind your viewers to do the same. Keep the crying children away, as well as your beloved pets. Time to stock up on some extra treats. Number 3, appearance. Ready for a class on the art of haute couture? Okay, now it's time for the third do and don't of Zooming, and this one involves your appearance. This right here is obviously a don't. It's unprofessional and sloppy and looks like I just had a bad night in Vegas and I'm heading down to the buffet. Now this is better. Try your best to look as professional and presentable as possible. Look like you care even if you're filming from the comfort of your home. Business casual is a good start. While I don't expect everyone to wear a tie and a blazer like me, just make sure you look as presentable as possible. Now, special note on appearance. If you will be doing close-up handwork like sketching or sewing, pay special attention to your hands and fingernails. If you're thinking of doing more close-up zooming, this might be a good time for a do-it-yourself manicure. I know this may sound slightly petty or way too specific, but trust me, the viewers will pay more attention to your messed up nails instead of that very informative sketching or sewing lesson. Number 4, the lighting. When filming live Zoom demos or chats, lighting is key to achieving professional and well-produced content. Now, of course, we don't expect everyone to have Oprah caliber lighting, but here are some simple tips. The number 1 don't is no backlighting. Don't film sitting with a window behind you or with the light at your back. See what happens? Not cute. See? Better lighting. Make sure that you're in a well-lit room or area. If you have natural lighting coming from a window directly facing you, great. Just be aware that sometimes the semi-direct sun can make you hot and you don't want to be sweating. And depending on the time of day, shading can happen and then you end up looking half lit, half dark. If your room isn't well lit, you might want to prop an office lamp to face you or take a lampshade off to give you more light. Last but not least, number 5, the camera angle. Finally, let's get to what is one of the most important components of doing Zoom, the camera. When doing Zoom, you're probably using a PC, a laptop, or an iPad. Your natural instinct is to look straight into the middle of your screen. This is a don't. See, it looks like I'm not looking at you. That's because to your viewers, you end up looking as you're looking down if you have a laptop. Or if you have an iPad, it ends up as if you're looking to the side. You want to concentrate on that little camera and not the screen. Think of that little camera as your student. I know that this is difficult to get used to since our natural instinct is to look directly at the screen. You'll find yourself going back and forth. A helpful suggestion is when speaking to your students, look directly at the little camera and not the screen. But when a student is doing a presentation or showing details of their work, then you can look at the screen. But don't worry if you keep messing up. You will get better at it the more you do your zooms. Another don't is tilting your screen too far back. Nobody wants to see up your nose or a shot of the ceiling. Same goes with tilting your screen too far forward. As cute as my pocket scarf is, I'm sure that your students would rather have you, not your pocket scarf, show you the lesson. While nobody wants a camera right up their nose, this is taking it a little far. Literally, you want the students to be able to see you. Okay, so those were my top 5 do's and don'ts when zooming. Hope that helped. Best of luck, Zoomers.